Sean, today we are going to talk about a very important concept. This is a father's guide to pride, self-esteem, and the inner citadel. Always remember, the essential is invisible to the eye. I made this for you, Sean. Why does a simple loss in a game sting for so long? And why does getting scolded once echo in your mind all day? Son, it happens because we often confuse two very different things: the noise of the outside world and the quiet truth inside us. Let's first talk about pride, which is the exhausting seesaw. When it comes to praise and winning, your feelings are driven entirely by the gaze of others and your rank in comparison to them. But think about criticism and losing. When you win, you soar, but when someone bests you, you crash. Relying only on pride means riding a relentless emotional roller coaster, and it consumes your energy. On the other hand, self-esteem is the unbreakable anchor. It is the quiet internal certainty that I am a person of value, completely independent of the scoreboard. When you fail, you think, I lost this time. But that doesn't make me a lesser person. It is an inner belief that cannot be taken away. Consider this the compass of the mind, which is driven by two forces. Let's compare pride and self-esteem. For the source, pride comes from others' judgment and comparison, while self-esteem comes from my own internal belief. In terms of stability, pride is volatile and exhausting, whereas self-esteem is steady and grounded. When reacting to pain, pride leads to explosive anger or hiding, but self-esteem allows for quick emotional recovery. Finally, the driving question for pride is, am I better than them? But the driving question for self-esteem is, am I comfortable with who I am? Self-esteem acts as your atmospheric shield. When facing a blow to pride or a failure, everyone's pride gets hurt. But how much it hurts is determined by your self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, it causes massive damage, but high self-esteem acts as a shock absorber. It prevents the daily bumps and bruises of life from leaving deep craters in your mind. We can understand this through the two roots of the rose, using Nathaniel Branden's framework. The first root is self-efficacy, or the belief that I can do it. This is built through small, daily efforts, like pushing to solve one more math problem, or simply being slightly better than yesterday. The second root is self-respect, or the belief that I am enough. This is the unwavering belief that your fundamental human value doesn't drop a single inch when you make a mistake. Son, you need to build the inner citadel. We can learn this wisdom from Marcus Aurelius, who said, if your happiness depends on the judgments of others, you will never be truly happy. As an emperor, he was constantly judged and criticized. Yet Stoic philosophy taught him to build an inner citadel, a sacred space in the mind that no outside opinion can ever invade. You must remain unbreakable, drawing wisdom from Nelson Mandela. Look at the struggle. He was imprisoned unjustly for 27 years. His pride was trampled daily by his captors. But look at the triumph. He emerged not broken, but ready to lead a nation as president. He knew, they can imprison my body, but they cannot imprison my mind. Pride can be stolen by others, but self-esteem belongs entirely to you. Finally, look beyond the scoreboard with wisdom from Lionel Messi. Here is the story. In the 2006 World Cup, a 19-year-old Lionel Messi faced a crushing elimination and intense media criticism. Facing this choice, his pride took a massive hit, and he could have let the scoreboard define his worth. But the result was that he persisted. He understood that the outcome of a match, even on the world stage, did not define his fundamental value as a person. This is the universal pattern of greatness. Whether you are an emperor ruling Rome on the emperor's planet, a freedom fighter in a cell on the barren planet, or an athlete on the world stage on the constellation planet, the secret is exactly the same. Protect your inner world. When you stop outsourcing your self-worth to the scoreboard, the critics, or the opinions of others, you become unbreakable. Now, let's do your self-esteem temperature check. Ask yourself, how often this week did you think, I am a good person? And how often did you think, why can't I even do this right? Which thoughts grew the most on your planet this week? Here is how to tend your asteroid today. Rule 1 is to acknowledge the small wins. Did you focus in class today? Did you put your phone down during dinner? Did you greet a friend first? Don't wait for applause from others. Praise yourself first. Rule 2 is the only valid comparison. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Never compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Always remember, pride is decided by the world, but self-esteem is protected by you. Keep tending your rose, Sean. Next time, we'll look at the stars again and learn how to give names to our feelings.